Good greetings. I'm Rusty Dog. Welcome to Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. Okay, so in this one we're going to try and build the fastest car on the drag strip, basically. And this is going to follow on from the last stream that we did with Car Mechanic Sim, where we bought a junked up hypercar. Not on drugs. It was just junked. And this is it. It's called it's got a weird name, the Hammerdal Strale. Now, I'm familiar with Stradale. It's a term that Ferrari use. So I guess they've mixed it up here. Hammerdal Strale, yes. This one doesn't have a particular drag strip rating, but it will have when we build it. Now, the car we want it to go up against is the Pagani Zonda Revolution, which has a slightly higher drag strip rating than this one. I still think in stock format we can still beat it, or come very close. So when we jam performance parts onto this, I am confident we can beat the Zonda Revolution. However, the Zonda Revolution itself can be tuned up to the max on the fly, and that's the car we're going to beat. A fully tuned Zonda R. That's the one we're aiming to beat with this thing. And to do that, we're going to have to strip this thing down completely. Engine out, full rebuild of the engine with performance parts throughout. Same with everything here, brakes, everything that can be performance parted, we will be adding it. And there have been a couple of new entries in the performance parts. I haven't seen them yet, but apparently they're there. So we'll just be tuning everything up. And trying to make this car the fastest it can be. I'm going to change the color. I'm going to change the wheels. It's still going to remain on slick tires though, because it's going to need them to put the power down. So why don't you guys join me? And it's going to take a while. It's going to take at least a good couple of hours to get this car rebuilt. But we'll do it. So, who is with us? Thomas Hughes TV's with us today. Hi, Thomas. Welcome to you, sir. Tony E. Hey, yes, got to catch a stream. Welcome, Tony. I'm glad you're here, mate. And Gumbo Pot 72. How are you doing, sir? Well, okay. It's just the four of us at the moment, but I'm going to crack on anyway. So I think first thing I want to do on this is get the engine out of the car. So to do that, we need to disconnect everything connected to the engine. You still ready for this year to be over? Well, I know what you mean, but don't rush it, man. I know what you mean. I've just been through something similar. Well, I haven't been through it, but I got some bad family news the other day, so yeah, I know. Let's get the wheels off. Right. And like I say, I don't think I'm going to... These are nice enough wheels, but I don't think I'm going to be reusing them. I'm going to put some blingy wheels on. Wheels that I probably wouldn't normally fit onto a car because they're too flashy, too blingy. But this time, I don't really care. I'm just going to... And if you're wondering about the color of the car, what I've decided it's going to be, I originally thought white would be nice on a car like this. But when I designed the thumbnail, I designed it, I took a screenshot. If you look at the thumbnail of the stream, it has the words Project Bullet written in this kind of greeny color. That's the color I'm going to paint this car. I have the RGB values written down already. Right, we need to remove these drive axles so that we can get the gearbox off. Now the other drive axle seems to be missing. So what's stopping us getting this off now? Ah, the starter, of course it is. I couldn't find it, but there it is. Okay, we should be able to get the gearbox off now. Couple of rusty bolts. Hey Andy! Oh, another? What, friend or family, Gumbo? Jeez. Yeah. It's tough, man. Right, I'm going to leave the clutch on this time. I don't think we have any engine swap options for this car. Much like the Zonda Revolution, I think it's... I don't think you can do an engine swap on that one either. There's no swap option, so this is the engine we'll be fitting, a V8. Now the Zonda that we're going to be going up against does have a V12. Not sure about its power, but I want to be generating... This is our stock values. I want to be generating around 1,500 at least horsepower, and probably the same in torque if I can get it. And then if we can get around that number, I don't think anything's going to be stopping us. I don't think anything's going to be beating us on this one. But look at the condition of the car. Bodywork 8%, frame, interior parts. It's junk. It's absolute junk, guys, this car right now. But it's going to end up being the fastest car I have ever made, I'm sure. We will see. We will see. Right. Does the engine now come out? Oh, hold on. I didn't check exhaust. If there's any exhaust parts attached, it won't come off. Yeah, oh, we're going to have to get rid of those. So let's dump the exhaust. And of course, all of these parts. We'll pretty much, anything that we can't fix, we're going to be replacing. And anything that we can fix, we may also be replacing, because we might need to replace it with a performance part. Alright, so we're going to drain the oil just to see if there's any... I don't even know if there's anything in here. I was going up there to undo the nut because I'm just so used to that. Yeah, there you go. Cool. Alright, we'll leave the oil filter on then, I guess. Oh, family. Oh, I'm sorry to hear it, man. I know you've had a tough year. Be strong, man. Be strong, Gumbo. I hope that, I don't know, in some small way, perhaps, that these streams can provide some sort of a distraction. You know, maybe in just some tiny way. I really don't know. I hope so. Let's pull the crane out. The DB5, that's for another time. I'll be stripping that down. There's not much to do on it, but I'm operating at a loss on that car at the moment. All right. So, can we pull it out? Yes, we can. Yep, she gone. Right. Let's put it on the stand. We'll come back to it a little bit later. Like Elton John still standing. There you go. There you go. Exactly. Exactly. Sometimes it's tough that way, but that's how you have to look at it, you know. I know, but it doesn't mean that you don't have to, you know, think about it or be sad about it, because it's perfectly okay to do that. Marcelo, oh, I'm gonna have a go at this one. Marcelo Guimares, I'm not sure if I've got that right, but welcome, Marcelo. Welcome to the stream. Gain Damage is with us. The green name is here. Hello, Gain Damage. All right, so we've got the engine over there, and we've got some bits off the car. Now, the rims and the tires, let's get rid of them. We're not going to bother with these, we know that. Wow, the exhaust is 100%. Surprising. Okay then. It's a pity it's all going to get replaced. Because there are performance parts available for this. And we're going to take a look in the performance shop as well, because apparently there's at least 2 more parts or categories or something of performance parts. So we want to be looking at those. Perhaps ECU, I don't know, I haven't looked. So next thing to strip off the car is all of the mechanicals. So we're going to do that now. And we're going to rebuild all the mechanicals back once the car body is back in shape. Because there's not much body on it at the moment, let's face it. And I'm sure Mr. Bond will want to come and collect his car in the next week or so. So I'll have to get that one sorted. Now then, the other side kind of had the suspension and everything, the drive shaft missing, but we can replace all of that. I hope I don't miss out any performance parts, because I want to. My ideal is to do everything. Remind me to sell that suspension part, because none of the 3 suspension parts there, we just took off the damper and everything, none of those can be reused. And I think we're going to need 20 rubber bushings for this car. That's what I've calculated. 4 on the subframe, 4 on the front suspension, right side, 4 on the left. Yeah, 8 on the suspension on the front, 8 on the suspension on the back, and 4 on the subframe. I think that's going to be 20. Let's take the battery out as well from the front of the car while we're here. And let's nip over to this corner and strip it. That's good to know, Gumbo. You remember, but your status... Are you? You're a patron, right? Because patrons are not the same as members. Channel members show up in green. Patrons don't show up at all because there's no link. Are you a channel member? I think you might be getting mixed up with patron. Patron. Hey, I'm glad I'm not the only one that mixes those words up. I was watching a channel the other day and they said, you know, thanks to my Patreons. And I thought, nope, you got it wrong as well, just like me. I can never remember which word to say. Yeah, give the doggies a walk. Give them a little pat on the head from me as well. Just say Rusty says hi. Oh, talking of dogs, guys, I heard of this story on the news today, and the fact that it was quite a cool story, sort of. Yeah, in the main it was. And then the fact that it was a border collie didn't surprise me at all, because they're super smart. But apparently on November 3rd, there was this border collie here in the UK that got scared of a firework going off, which is one of the main reasons I don't like fireworks anymore, just because it scares the animals, you know. And the dog ran off. And do you know how it was found? Well, it wasn't found. It turned itself into the police station The dog walked into the police station. Like, how is it going to pick that out? How did it know that? They said that the police station wasn't far from the house, but still. Did it know to do that? Was it just coincidence? I mean, no one's ever explained like, oh yeah, we trained the dog about the police station and to go there when it doesn't feel safe. Nothing of that was said. So was it just blind luck, or did collies are really smart dogs, and I don't know, did it know? Anyway, it walked into the police station and they gave it some water, fussed over it, called the owner, and that was it. Dog went back home. I'm wondering why it didn't go home instead. Maybe because that's where it got scared and so it didn't go back. I don't know. I love hearing these stories though. It's a shame that the dog got frightened from fireworks, but what a cool dog. Right, so gain damage. So you'll be able to attest to this, right? The collies are really smart, aren't they? Because Riley was a border collie and he picked up things very bloody quickly. I mean, Merlin does too, the German Shepherd, he does too, but I don't know, Riley was a smart, quick to pick things up dog. He really was. Shall we strip the body off this now, or just buy all the parts first? I don't know. So everything we've got the bodywork still on the car. We've got bottles and air filters and stuff. I guess we're going to have to count this as mechanical. So because it will be part of putting the whole car back together. It counts as parts. So we're going to take off the 4 clips that got the cover on. It is amazing, isn't it? Yeah, it's great. It's great to hear those things. Super smart dogs. Dog walking into the police station. Excuse me. I've been frightened by a firework. Can you take me home, please? I'll call my owners. Oops. Now the housing comes, you have to buy the fans separately as well. Those radiators, oh damn it. I was thinking I'll do all the fluid later. Of course, the radiator's part of it. Silly idiot. Right. It's not that I'd forgotten to drain the fluid. I was going to do it later. But, yeah. I don't know why I get fined. Or, get money taken off for that. Because it's my bloody garage. And if I want to spill... Oh, no. If I want to spill stuff on the floor, then I will. Cheek. Anyway. Alright, we've got the coolant at the back, which is now empty thanks to us removing a radiator. And we've got the power steering reservoir here. I was just going to ask, why haven't we done the fuse box? And we've got 2 fuse boxes on this thing. I have never seen that on a car in here before. 2 fuse boxes, eh? It's not unusual for cars to have 2 fuse boxes. I think mine has. Yeah, I've got one in the engine bay and one in the car. So yeah, so this is not unusual at all. But this counts as electrical though. Wow. Okay, we've got a fair amount of fuses to come out there. Yeah, okay, let's do them. Yeah, you can see all the fuses. How they can all be, you know, not 100%, because fuses are either 100% or 0. They're either working or they're not. How you can have a fuse that's in 58%, unless the car's been in the water. Maybe it was in a lake for a couple of hours or something. Okay, and now we can whiz our way over to the other fuse box, which is the big one. Should have the big relays in this one. There they are. And the big fuses. These are the ones that are carrying the main currents for the car. So this is pretty accurate, really. Where you know, you would expect to find the big relays in the engine. So nicely done on that one. Right, is that it for the car? Yeah. So all that remains now is the body. And I'm debating whether to just strip everything off that as well. Let's do it. Let's just get everything off. I don't normally do it like this. This is not normally my way. But I think it's only the two headlights on the door that has to come off. Oh, seats. Yeah, we have a seat. Steering wheel isn't on. Now, why would you do that? And how can the dashboard be lit up? And look at the state of it, man. All the paint's peeling off. We're going to fix all that. There's nothing to fix though, Gumbo. You know, if given the choice, I would prefer. Well, I shouldn't say it, but yeah, it's better for Patreon because, you know, Google takes 30% off my earnings, where Patreon doesn't take as much. So I'm quite happy for you to remain where you are, but it's up to you. You can be either. Absolutely fine by me, man. I'm just appreciative of the support in any way, really. So, yeah, it really makes no difference. Okay, I don't think there's anything left on this car. I'm just going to confirm that. Front right fender. Okay, we have left one on the car. Let's go find it. Front right fender. Yeah, you're going to have to mark that for me because I don't know what you're talking about. You can't mark it. Huh? That. Jesus. Right. That's it then. The car is stripped. Now we've already welded the car. So that part's okay. So what we'll do, I think, we'll just do everything in some weird order. Let's do that. We'll take it over to the car wash. Oh, I didn't need to do that, did I? No, take it back. Take it back, guys. Sorry. We can do it here. Let's get the interior carpets and everything done, and the dashboard, everything sorted out. Nice steam clean job. And Away you go. Right, so now we should have a perfect interior. No more paint scraped off. Carpet's all looking good. So how much money are we losing on this, I wonder? Oh, 86,000 credits. I'm not worried about that at all, because this thing is going to be worth quite some money in the end. Right. So what we need to do is try and fix some of the stuff we've taken off. So this is a test of reactions. Now we've got 8 pages of stuff here. Oh, what happened there? My mouse didn't go off. Ah! Oh, I have to do it with this. Of course, I have to do it with a space bar. Here we go. Ooh, unusual. Now the gearbox, we're probably going to end up storing that somewhere because it's not going to be used. Neither is any of the clutch parts. Clutch, brakes, gearbox, it's all going to get... they're not going to be used. Well, I say that. When it comes to the brakes, only the brake discs are going to be changed. So far, I don't think there is performance brake pads or bigger calipers. I don't think they're doing that yet. Bigger brake discs. It'd be nice for that to happen, but bigger brake discs mean it's going to require bigger calipers as well. I'm not completely confident with my timing on this. We've been okay so far. Now anything that can't be repaired, I'm just going to sell it. I'm not going to recycle it because I'd rather have the cash than the XP, because the XP is only used to get better quality parts on the car, and I don't know if that's going to affect performance. Like if you put a quality AAA gearbox on, does it make it go even better? Or a crankshaft? You know, if you buy a quality part, or does it just make the car worth more? That was badly phrased. Yeah, does it increase the value of the car? I'm not quite sure. I'd have a look. We're managing to repair an awful lot, so this is good for the budget. So Project Bullet, obviously not to be mixed up with the, is it 1967 movie? Bullet? It's not that one. It's Bullet spelt like bullet, not bullet. Not bullet. Okay, while we're doing this, we're at the end of it now, but anyway. Oh, geez, come on. I watched a movie last night, guys, and I want you to guess what it is. I'll give you a couple of clues. It was 2 hours and 55 minutes long, and it is the second rated #2 movie on Internet Movie Database. That's all I can tell you. Oh, can we fix the door? Yeah. And I will be watching the sequel, the first of 2 sequels, tonight. Because those buggers at AMC are making me wait until the 20th of this month to watch the final episode of The Walking Dead. Those baskets. Why are we here? Wrong place. So when we get quality parts here, when we recycle parts, we get XP, which is that blue number you see in the top right. That's the blue one. And we can use those to get our 100% parts. Yeah, here, this one. And we can give them... Oh, you see, you have 3 stages of quality. It does increase performance. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. I wonder if you can then buy, say, a performance camshaft and then come here and up the quality of that camshaft even more? Or do you get parts that can help performance but don't have a performance upgrade available and then come here to give a performance upgrade? Interesting. Interesting. I'll give you another clue for the movie. This is a bad one, but I'll try. Why you never come to me to seek counsel before, huh? And now you come to my house, huh? That's the best I can do. Right, anyway. So, what would give us performance? Well, radiators, extra cooling. But I think we can already get those. There's not really anything we can do here. Let's go for these 2 radiators. I think you can get performance ones of those anyway. So, how on earth do you do this? Oh, enter upgrades. Yeah, so they say this is costing. Ah, there's no performance gain, look. All it's done is increase the value. Hey? Okay, it's increased the value by like 9 credits. But there's no performance increase. So, but there should be on, say, ooh, gearbox. We're not going to use the gearbox, but I want to see if the performance goes up. Interesting. It just makes the value of it go up higher. No performance increase. So why is that there as an option? What about the middle mufflers? Yeah, Tony, Godfather. That was it, The Godfather. Yeah, that's the one I watched last night. I'm going to watch Godfather 2 tonight. Yeah, so no performance increase. I wonder why this is here or how this works. Maybe this is a figure that gets shown if you bring a performance part. I really don't know. But I don't really come here and do this for parts. So this is why I'd rather sell parts that we can't. Anyway, we have repaired everything that we can repair. It doesn't mean it's going back on the car, but it's done. So, in our inventory then, we now have parts that are not repairable. So, we want to sort in condition up, I think. It is, yep. And all the 100% stuffs are now at the bottom. And all of this stuff, we're going to add it to our shopping list. Bearing in mind, this isn't everything because the car did come with a lot of parts missing already. Okay, so we'll just go through everything here. 7 pages, but I believe it's probably going to be more like 6 pages. Whoops, I forgot to undo the suspension. Damn it. Oh, I didn't do those either. You know what? Screw it. Let's reset that. Let's separate those. So we'll just clear the shopping list, I think. And also, while we're here, we'll charge the battery up because it'll still be good. All right. So into here. How do we get to the shopping list then? Maybe you have to go to a shop. Yeah. Okay. Right, so we got nothing on the shopping list now. So let's go through that again. Once more from the top. Right, I'll try and whiz through this. Yeah. I don't know, since my throat's been all like the way it is, I can't. My Marlon Brando suffers. Probably Yoda would suffer as well. I can still do the Trump impression though. Now, as I look through the shopping list, I'm going to be able to note, not for everything, but I'm going to be able to note where there are missing parts. I think that's it then, because pages 5, 6, and 7 are all good. So everything we took off the car, including the, oh, well, that right fender's had it. But the door is okay. So the door could go back on the car, actually. Okay. How are we doing for... So you have to point at the car, don't we? How are we doing on profit? It's going to take a little while. See, performance parts value. These are going to be the tuning parts that we put on. Right, so now we've got to go to the shop and we want to buy. What would be nice is if the developers actually, when we go to the maybe here on these pictures, or perhaps on the shopping list somewhere. Like if the writing was like not yellow, but somewhere in between yellow and white, you know, just a different color text to show that a performance part is available for this particular piece, or maybe even a dot on here, like an air filter. We know there's a performance air filter, so it'd be nice to have a little dot. So let's have a look in the tuning place. Oops, go back and go to tuning shop. We've got body tuning as well, but that's not going to affect performance. What do we have here? This is just going to affect looks. We've just got different hoods and headlights and tail lights. So yeah, we'll put those on. We'll get all of those things when we come to do the body. Yeah. But I keep forgetting to go back. So, but in the meantime, we go in the tuning shop. What is new here? I wonder if I can see it. They said there was a couple. Oh, I've not seen these before. Ah, aren't these for? Yeah, these are for the electric cars. They do have enhanced ECUs. I think that's new then. Okay, cool. I must remember we can put performance EV batteries, electronic car batteries, extra 2% performance there to relieve some of the range anxiety. So we've got manifolds. Got a pretty good idea of all the stuff that is upgradable to performance parts. So we should be okay. Fuel rails. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have distributors on this car somehow. Yep, don't think that's going to be a problem. These are specific to electric cars. Haven't really dabbled with those too much. We'll have to get some electric cars going and just see what they're like. Not seen this one before. Spark plugs, yeah, of course. So we've got ECUs, turbochargers. Pretty sure we had those before. Okay. What was that? Oh, intercooler set. Oh, okay, yeah. See. All right. So anything that I think is performance part, I'll come here for it. Actually, could I do it right now from here? I think so. So, rubber bushing, it says 18. I don't think so. I think it's 20. Let me work it out then. Right, on each corner has 2 wishbones with 2 bushings each, top and bottom. So that's left hand has got 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. So is the right. Same on the back. That's 8 plus 8, that's 16. 4 on the subframe. That's 20. So this must mean I've got 2 bushings in 100% condition, but you can't recondition bushings. So they've either come off the car at 100% or they were missing. Right, so let's do ECU type A. No items? What you talking about, Willis? Yes, there was. ECU type A. How do you say no? So we're going to have stage 3 for that one. So that was a little bug. That was a little bug. Air filter. I love how this car, it's a hypercar and it uses like a bog standard type air filter. Brilliant. So that's performance. So that can go. What happened there? Okay, all of these suspension parts. Hold on a minute, go back. Okay, that was just the one, right? Yeah. I don't know, I think we're going to need 2 of these. I'm going to get 2 of them because it's a V engine, it's going to need 2. Yep. I think the reason there's only got 1 there is because it's probably we've repaired 1. See, this is another thing. We've got 100% parts that we can get performance parts for. I have to be careful here. So, anything to do with the fuel here? No. So brake discs, we can remove those, and we can remove those. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Okay, so now, here, if we just type in brake disc, oops, So what we want is the carbon ceramic will be the best ones to fit. So we're going to get 4 of those. That'll make sure that the car can stop. And thankfully, I don't think the game will be simulating the thermal dynamics, let's call it, of carbon ceramic brakes, in that when they're cold, they don't work very well. Which is kind of a paradox. Formula One drivers have to go through it. You have to hit the brakes to heat them up to make them work. But when you hit the brakes, they don't work to start with. When they're hot, oh, they'll stop the car better than anything. When they're cold, they're not so good. They're still effective, don't get me wrong, but yeah, they don't work too well. So, is that another one? Or is that one that we... Yeah, let's get rid of that. Wait a minute though. I keep pressing the wrong button. Is there a left and a right here? Yeah, rear muffler B. And I bought 2 A's, didn't I? Muff. Look for a muff for me. Yeah, I bought 2 A's. My mistake. Let's get rid of that. So I think we should add these to the list as well. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Frank. I just noticed. Oh, thank you, Gain Damage. I'm glad they've had a nice walk. Stranger Things. Yeah, people have told me about that. Is it any good? I'm not sure whether it would be something that I would go for, but it might be. What I tend to do is I would watch, say, 3 episodes. That's, and if it's watchable after 3 episodes, I'll keep going with it. There've been plenty TV series where I've said, okay, I'll do my 3-episode rule. If it hasn't convinced me after 3 episodes, then I'm going to drop it. And then there's been TV series that have convinced me halfway through the first episode. Like Breaking Bad, for example. I didn't need a lot of convincing to carry on watching that. Sons of Anarchy, Sopranos, It's like, yeah, okay. I'll watch that. Did I just buy... Oh, I'm mixing things up now. No, we're good. Let's get rid of these parts because I'm going to end up... Okay, so all we need now is one more middle muffler, and that's the exhaust done. Right. Now then, anything else here that is performance doable? I don't think so. The rest is all going to come on the engine. Hold on. Front exhaust section, of course. A and B. Didn't catch me out the second time. Little swine. Okay. Yum, 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 yum. I think that's okay. Right, so let's close this and go back to the standard shop and go shopping. Right, we can't get the seat from here. The anti-roll bar we can get. We're going to need 2 of those. Wait a minute, how many have you got here? Right, because if it had 1, it could be because we've repaired one, it could be because the other side was missing. So we may have missing parts. We will have missing parts later on. Now, in terms of the springs, we've got 2 front springs, 1 rear spring. That's no good. Where's the caps? Did they all get repaired? We're gonna need another cap and another shock absorber for the rear. See, this is correct. Right, so 2 front caps, 2 front rear. Right, so we want 2 of those, 2 of those, and 2 of those. So 2 double wishbones, and then 2 rear shock absorber caps, because the other side was missing when we bought the car, so we have to replace those. And the rear springs. We want 2 of those. We can even paint these springs so that they are red or something, make them sporty. Probably won't bother though, because once we've raced this car, it likely will get sold. I don't know. I haven't decided fully yet what to do with it. Let's double wishbone shock absorber. These are for the front, so we need both of those. And the other thing is the caps. Right, so that's the shocks and springs for all 4 corners. And we need 4 wheel hub bearings, which is correct. Rubber bushings. Sorry, it's not 18, it's going to be 20. I'm convinced. I'm probably going to be wrong, but I'm getting 20 anyway. I should stick with 18 because I think I've got some in storage. But I'm going with my gut on that one. Right, relay's no good here. Brake pads. Yeah, they haven't got those performance yet. That's weird. Fuses and relays no good. Right, so tie rod, we can get rid of those. And tie rod, we can get rid of those. And then if we come to tie rod, then we've got 2 inners, 2 outers. Okay. And what next? Medium. So these are fuses, relays, and seats. So front sway bar B. Coolant reservoir D. This car's going to be a beast. Headlights no good here. Wheel hub caps 2. Yep, for the front wheels only. Not the rears, because they've got the drive shafts slotted in. So we don't need those. And we need a new windshield wash that thing. And a power steering reverser. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to go to the electric shop. And we want to buy 4 A fuses. Or relays, really. 5 C-type relays. I think if I remember right, the fuse boxes were complete. There was nothing missing, so I think we're good with these values. We want 5 of these. And 4 of those. Imagine being able to go shopping for car parts like this. Or just a place online where you can just order everything for any car. Like an Amazon for car parts. 1 of these. Okay. And now we need to come out of here and go to the interiors And now we're just looking for... the headlights, we're going to leave those, right? So we'll cancel those headlights out. The seat 11, we don't have to put those same seats in. So that's seat 11. Okay. Well, let's cancel that. So we want seat. We can put any of these in, or anything that kind of looks like this. Now the car's going to be green, so it's going to be weird to have blue seats or red seats. And fabric. I prefer fabric. Let's go with these leather ones. We'll get 2 of those. And we need the steering wheel. So, how do you spell it? Is it 1M or 2? I don't know. Oh, you bugger. I took the headlights away. It's 2. Hammerdal. Okay. So, hammer, does it have its own steering wheel? No. So, we're going to have to put a steering wheel on that suits a car like this. How about this one? This one? This one. So, something that you would expect to see on a hypercar that hasn't got Nissan or Jaguar. Oh, and certainly not Range Rover. Aston Martin. No, we need something generic. That's Pagani. I recognize that straight away, that steering wheel. Yeah, very obviously Pagani. Nissan, Land Rover. They are all marked. That's Zonda. Yeah. I've rendered these cars in 3D, so I'm very, very familiar with these. How about this one? Let's go with that one. It's a bit simplistic, but hey. Okay, so that's the mechanics and the interior. So let's get the interior sorted first then. And we'll put in the 2 seats. Cool. Now that should see the interior at 100% maybe. Yeah, cool. Okay, great. Slowly but surely, guys, and we still have to do the engine yet. Roger, hey Roger. Their names are Finley and is it Ames? Amos? Finley is addicted to bum scrubs. So is Rusty. Bum rub. I call it a bum rub. Where I scratch just his back, right where his tail is. But he comes to me for it. Every time I go down to my sister's, he comes up to me and he bangs his backside up against my leg. Like, it's bum rub time. And I go, bum rub. Bum rub. Now we need to buy all the glass for this car too, which we will. So, in terms of the body, I guess let's do the mechanicals. Let's get all the mechanicals on. Where does one even begin? You know what I didn't take out of the car? Fuel tank. So it's going to need one. It's going to need one. Where does the fuel tank... Oh, the fuel tanks are still in. Yikers. Yeah. Go away. I forgot it's got fuel tanks being... Oh, why can't this one come out? What? Oh, it's got the fuel pump on it. So, fuel tank B and C we need to buy. We can do that right now. So we need a B, we need a C, and if we go back to the performance, we need a fuel pump. I put fuel F for fuel filter. Yeah, but it's not, it's a fuel pump. Right, so performance fuel filter going in with the fuel tanks. In the inventory, by the way. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, don't do that. Right, so anything that is not 100% now can go. Right, that just leaves all 100% parts going on. One more thing. In the tuning shop, do we have any ABS upgrades? No. Okay, I wasn't sure, just checking. Amy's is pronounced without the... Oh, so... Kind of... Ames? 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 Ames or Ams? Finley walks backwards between my legs when I... Gotta love the doggies, man. Right, so the fuel tanks can go on. And on this guy, we'll put the fuel pump on. Now let's start building up this back end. So, let's get the knuckle housings in, let them float in midair. Same with this guy. We'll whiz over the other side, put that one on. And now, let's see if we have all the parts. Oh, wait a minute. Something I keep forgetting. It's over here. That's right, so we're going to need to do 4 of these, I believe. Yep. Not going to paint the springs. I could have painted them, but I might end up putting rims on where you can't see the springs anyway. Oh, Ames. Gotcha. She aims. She scores. Right. Have we done all of them? Cool. Right, so that's all of the suspension done. Now we can start mounting it without having to pause, which is another dog reference. Carbon ceramic ventilated brakes. The stopping power of an elephant. Is the wheel going to flash up now? I don't think so. You've got to put the wheel won't highlight until we get the drive shaft in. Right, so you got 2 rubber bushings up here, 2 down there on this one, that's 4. Same on the other side, that's 8. Same on the front, that's 8 more, that's 16. Plus the 4 for the subframe, or the cross member. So that is 20. Yep. Divide by 0. Here goes the completed rear shocks. I'm actually quite surprised that it's standard suspension. It's got the same suspension as, say, a family four-door car. The brakes aren't going to make too much of a difference on the drag strip anyway, because once you cross the line, the game stops the car automatically. Which I think is a shame. I think you should be able to just control it yourself. But we can test the brakes out on the racetrack and also on the test strip, I think it's called. Right, so there'll be no more highlighting of the engine part until such time as we put the engine in. So let's build up the exhaust with the performance parts. Nice and shiny chromy bits. Oh yeah, extra power, a little bit of extra power. Look at this. The beast will live soon. Now it looks like the rest of the exhaust is not highlighting. I guess that's again down to not having an engine in. So that's fine. Right, let's go and build up the front. And then we can put the cosmetic parts in, like the reservoirs and the fuse boxes and stuff. Okay, we got a bearing for there as well. And the cap. Yeah, see, the rear doesn't have the caps because the drive shaft goes in through that slot, so not required. Okay, and top wishbone. Oh, hold on a minute. What's going on here? What's missing? Track rod. Okay. It's just weird how the lower wishbone hasn't lit up yet, but if we start putting these tie rods in, doesn't it have a bottom one? It's got a hole there. If you take 4 away, yeah, doesn't make sense, but okay. What's wrong with this? Oh, I know. We need this in. There you go. Because it has to attach onto the subframe. Yeah, I thought it was a bit weird that it wasn't showing up. But my stupid brain worked it out. Okay. Let's get the tie rods in for this side. Can't do the outer tie rod yet. Awesome. Now, as for that lower wishbone, or bottom suspension arm as it's called here, it's a wishbone because it looks like one. Shock in. and the drop link, as we call it. It's waiting for the wheel to go on. You might be waiting a little while for that. And now finally we'll rebuild this corner. John corner and Sarah corner. American Truck Simulator Texas is on sale. It's out? Cool. How much is it, Roger? I'm going to be grabbing that. In fact, I'm going to see if I can get it off the developer. I may have to wait a couple of days, but they did give me the not the drag strip, that's a different developer. Yeah, let's see. I'll see if they put it up on the key site. Oh, hello. Missing parts. Upper suspension arm. What about the sway bar? We got that. So we need an upper suspension arm. I believe I may have one in the warehouse. Oh, so that thing would open the other way. Oh, let's have a look. Yeah, can we sort this in order, please? Sure. There we go, and we have one in the warehouse. Just the one. That's all I wanted. Saves me having to go buy one. I knew it would come in handy. $22. Wow. I know it's a big state and everything, but that's a bit hefty. Right, that's waiting for the wheel. Okay, is that it? Gearbox we're not going to need. Radiators, yeah, gonna check that. Oh, no performance rads. Like, you know, aluminium ones. Ones that have got more, well, you can buy performance radiators. Okay, let's bring her down. And we'll start putting the... No, not the body. We'll start putting the bottles in. And we'll put the two radiators in as well. ABS pump and the module. €30 for ATS plus DLCs, Texas, plus 7 DLCs. That's not bad, Andy. That's pretty damn good. The brake servo in. In terms of adding all the fluids, we're going to do that somewhere towards the end. Let's get this reservoir in. And the air box, we can build it up. Performance fuel filter we'll add in a moment. So performance air filter going in gives us 1% extra power. Every little helps. And we could have painted this box as well. Painted it the same color as what the car's going to be. Which is going to be the same color as the text on the thumbnail that says Project Bullet. air filter. There's also a oil filter. Is there oil filters? No, just air filters. Performance oil filters, as if. Next you'll be asking for performance windscreen wash. Okay. We need to replace the fuse boxes and the fuses and the relays. Pretty sure we've got all the ones we need. And then that will be the electronics and the mechanicals done. Then we'll move on to the engine. Once we have a completely built engine, we'll get the car body done and painted, put the engine in, get some wheels and tires on it, put the fluids in, and take her out for a drive. ECU performance, in you go. Trying to tell me you didn't have one. I'm gonna fall for that. Right, where's the front fuse box? There it is. No point putting the battery in yet. Be too early. It doesn't make a difference in the game. You can put it in whenever you like. But if I was doing this in real, the battery would be probably one of the last things to go in. And, you know, until I needed to test the electrics and everything out. Cool. Do we have anything left in our inventory? Okay, so radiator fans have to go in. Rear mufflers can't go in yet. Rear drive axles can't go in yet because there's no gearbox. Cool. Brilliant. So all we need to add is the radiator housing. Need to highlight something. There we go. And part mount. So put the housing and we build onto that the two fans. And the same for this little side. Alright, so everything that's left in my inventory makes sense as to why it's there. So, gearbox, AXKM. AXKM, okay. Let's pop into here. And we want to ditch that. Interesting. I don't think there's such a thing. Oh. Alright. So let's buy a performance gearbox. Now this is a thing. When you get the performance gearbox, oh, it's not here, is it? It's how do you set the ratios? Like, you need to set the ratios that are just perfect for it to build up massive acceleration and still be accelerating towards the top of its peak by the time it does the mile. You're not really going for outright top speed, you're going for acceleration. So yeah, you have to be careful how you do this. This is the one we want. 1% power. Of course, because it's just gear ratios. It doesn't add performance as such, but the gear ratios will change the way the engine operates. So anyway, that's that. Now we need to buy these performance. Why don't we? It looks like they're both B. So let's go back to the tuning shop. Hit the shopping list. Don't need the seats. do need 2 of those. And we can clear that. Alright, I think we're now set. None of these will go on the car until the engine goes in. And we have a problem. Yep. It's just a quick solve one. We need another drive axle. We only had the one. All right. 2 fronts. There we go. Perfect. Happy with that. It still looks a mess, but it won't. It won't. All right, you. It's your turn. I don't know. It's possible that if we add... it's possible that if we were to add oil to this, it could start. But it's not going to matter. It's going to be down. It's going to be down on power anyway. So let's get it stripped. That's what she said. The engine, thankfully, does look complete. So I don't think we've got anything to worry about in terms of missing parts. So that's going to be nice. Get some new bolts as well. Yeah, if that's 30 euros for American truck with all the DLCs, is that all of them? All the map DLCs? That's not a bad price. I know it's what is it now? 2016 that game came out. 6-year-old game, but hey, it's still rocking it, man. It's still rocking it, just like Euro Truck. Euro Truck is 10 years old. But if you look at a video of somebody playing Euro Truck when it came out to today, it's actually noticeably different. The graphics are different in that they're just better. It went to DirectX 11. It had new, I think, weather, or not weather, but like lighting, you know, exterior lighting and stuff. Yeah, we're just going to strip the whole thing down. Let's get the clutch out. We can get to it. Just about. Good luck trying to get this plate off on this stand. Thankfully the simulator lets us do it. Cool. Alright, so we have ignition coils coming out. We can get performance ignition coils, performance pistons, performance camshafts, I think performance crankshaft as well. It's all going in. Everything that can be performanced is going to be performanced or upgraded, I think would be the better word. Spark plugs as well. And it's 1% here and 2% there and 4% here. It all adds up to a chunk, including the fuel rails. Yeah. Nice engineer upgrade there from Professor Palin. Have to go and, you don't have to grind for materials for engineers for this, thankfully. Might give these engine, I'm going to repaint these engine covers to the same as what the car is going to be. And I'm hoping that my choice of color on the car is going to work out. I have the RGB values, but I don't know if it's going to look the same as it did on the text of the stream. What am I missing? Oh, the guy. can we beat this Zonda? Zonda has a meaty V12 and it is fast. If you saw the last stream that we did, we put a pretty quick car, well, I think it was a pretty quick car at the time. It was beating the cars we were racing it against anyway, up against the Zonda. And to say that we got murdered is probably an understatement. But we did. Got killed by it. And I am going to avenge that loss with a twin turbo V8. Oh, now then. I couldn't take the turbo straight off on the other side. This one does come off. Did we have a bit missing? Throttle body off, that's upgradable too. Get some WD-40 on there, which isn't what you would use to get a bolt out anyway, but it depends. I would use probably penetrating fluid or something, but you can get WD-40 penetrating fluid, so let's go with it. Oh, now comes my favorite bit. This is where I'm thankful I don't have a V12 to undo all those pistons and caps and all that stuff. This thing's gonna be a beast. Can we get 1,500 horses from it? I don't know. And the other question is, can we set the ratios correctly so we get really good acceleration? Like, what speed will we need to be at crossing the 1 mile? And also, if you really want to get finicky about it, you could say that you would put different ratios for, say, a quarter mile than you would for a 1 mile. Because with a quarter mile, all you need is outright and pure acceleration, isn't it? Where in the 1 mile, you need acceleration and top speed. So you'd have to change your ratios. Oh, it's all going to be fun. Alright, so we've got caps to take off, rod caps and crankshaft caps. So let's get the piston ones out, because we know that we need 8 of those to come out. And again, we're going to be repairing parts that we're not going to use. But if we repair them, we can sell them or store them. Things like pistons, I'm not sure if you can repair them actually. But anything that's reusable, we'll keep, I think. How does the inside of the engine get so rusty? I mean, if there's oil in the engine, it would protect against this. It's a game, Rusty. Yeah, I know. Newton's Gambit. Sounds like a chess move. Right, so let's get all the pistons out. They will not be going back in. crankshaft can come out. That won't be going back in, I don't think. And the engine block. And we've left a little puddle on the floor. Okay. Right, let's see what we can repair. Let's get my timing done. Alternator won't be going back in either, or on, because that is one of the auxiliary parts that we can get upgraded as well. Sugar. Okay, I haven't lost it. No, I haven't lost it. Just don't fail on this one. There we go. It didn't drop below a certain percentage, so I was able to keep it. Fuel rails not going back on the engine. So many parts that won't be. Even the turbos won't be going back on. We're going to be upgrading those. Throttle body as well, manifolds. I want... oh, sugar. I want power from this. Everything it can give me. I do think we're going to annihilate the Zonda even with its tuning, because with the Zonda, if you put it up to 25% tuning, that's the maximum it can go, because the rating that you get, the drag rating you get at 25% tuning with a Zonda is 999, and it won't go anymore. So I actually don't know whether, if we stick it at 25 and then try it again at 100%, it'll still have the same rating, but I don't know if it makes the car go quicker. We'll try it. Not with this car, we can't do it with this one, but we can do it with the Zonda. Of all the cars that are in the list to race against, the Zonda is the fastest one, has got the fastest rating, so that's why we're going to be racing against it. Okay, these are in order still. Hey, Mike C. Hey, thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm going to get to 865 soon. Right, so I'm actually quite surprised here how few parts there are. You swine. Okay. Yeah, piston rings, they are certainly not repairable. And pistons are not repairable either. So, we're going to be spending a little bit of time in the tuning shop. Let's do it in here. Engine block V8. I don't think you can do such a thing. Of course not. Because I'm just looking, I'm not looking for an engine block that adds performance, but one that's maybe of a lighter material, you know. I don't know. Just being silly. Okay. Now, we definitely repaired the two engine head covers, right? Okay. Let's go and get them prepped before we buy the parts. Yeah. Plus, it'll give me an idea of what this color is going to look like. And I guess we're going to go for a gloss. Really? I don't... Why would you want to paint a belt tensioner? And why is the new one not here? Maybe it is. Oh, we haven't... Okay, I know why. Because we haven't been shopping yet. Alright, so this one... Oh, you swine. I took down RGB values, not HSB. Let me just get the HSB value of the color I want. Dag nabbit. Alright, so. The HSB value is 82, 98, 100. So 100 is the value, H is the hue, S is the saturation. What is it? 98, 82, 98, 100. According to Photoshop. It's not going to work here though, is it? Oh yeah, okay. 82. 98. That's the color, guys. That's the color the car's gonna be. Hey, GB. The game likely would give you the option to paint the belts. Yeah. Is that too bright, guys? What if we bring the brightness down a little? I think so, don't you? That's the thing is, don't forget, we are under bright lights in this room. So it's going to be brighter here than what it actually is going to be outside. So let's go to, I'm quite happy to go to 80 on this one. 82, 98, 80. Gloss, let's try different. Metallic's not going to look too bad. Matte also works for me on this. Not chrome. It would have to be gloss though, I think. So let's do that. This is going to be the color of the car. I know it's a bit outlandish, but hey, we're going to it. Gerard! Upgraded. Ah, cheers, Gerard, man. Thank you so much, man. And thank you for the mouse. Gerard got me a mouse and a keyboard and mouse. Got me a left-handed mouse. I've never seen such a thing before. And I can tell you this, it is a weird shape. But when you put your hand on it, it works. It's comfortable and it's grippable and it works well. So I'm gonna end up with two mice. I can pick a mouse up in either hand because I can actually operate a mouse in. I'm left-handed, but I use a mouse in my right hand because I need my left hand for joystick, keyboard, and stuff. But yeah, I'm quite happy to use a mouse in both hands. The only thing is that most mice are geared for right-handed people because of the shape. But remember back in the day when they were flat, with just those white ones that were just flat. I would switch hands all the time with those. Yeah, so thank you, Gerard, and thank you for the membership upgrade. Isn't Matt supposed to have an I at the end? An E at the end? Yeah, sometimes. Not in the UK. I think in the UK we spell it without the E. Matt is a bright guy and Matt is dull. Very good. Very good. You can't paint the cylinders. What? The cylinders? No, can't be done. Where am I going? Oh, to the shop. We're going to the shop, guys. What? We've added everything into the shopping list, haven't we? So we can just... Yeah, we're ready to go. So, into the tuning shop. So, first we want pist. Now we do have a V8. But I think the pistons we're using are just standard. Yep. Okay, so the pistons with conrods can go. Right, we want 8 of these performance parts. Okie dokie. Piston rings, we can't get those performance. Ignition coils, yes, we can. Okay, cool. Water pump pulley, oops, don't know why I clicked on that. Spark plug, yes. 8 spark plugs. Flywheel, you see, this is where it is, where this is just, it would probably be a lightweight flywheel. That'll be it. Next we have a belt tensioner, idler roller, cam gear. No, you can't get cam gears. Clutch release bearings, oil filter, no, timing belt, SERP belt, no, clutch pressure plate, yes. Crankshaft pulley, no. But I'm missing things, and that's because... Okay, I bought that, didn't I? Okay. So what I want to do now is I want to add all the parts. Let's get rid of all the junk. I want to add all the parts that I know I can get performance versions of. Clutch plate, I believe you can. Crankshaft, you can. Engine head. Exhaust manifold. Because these are all going to get sold. Fuel rail for sure. Intake manifold, I don't know, but I'm going to check it. Think maybe. Power steering pump, don't know, but I'll add it anyway. Spark plugs we have. Throttle body, yes. Turbo, yes. Not sure about water pump, but we'll add it anyway. Okay. Right. So back into the shopping list. Okay, so the water pump pulley. Now, we can just remove that from the list because we've already got it. Cam gear. No, not cam gear. I'm getting mixed up. Camshaft. We want 4 of those. And we can get rid of that. Clutch plate. Performance. Now, V8 engine heads. Yes, sir. 10% performance each side. Oh, yes. Alternator. 1.5%. Oh, we're going for it. Oh, yes, we are. Intake manifold. 3%. This engine's going to look pretty dreamy. Crankshaft. No crankshaft. Let's remove it. Throttle body, yes, got to be. Yep. Water pump? I don't think so, no. I think that's all the things we added, right? Except for the turbos and... Why is this here? Oh, manifolds, sorry. Yes, yes. 'Cause I was just thinking, I thought, no, I've already bought all the exhaust bits, but yeah, it's the manifold. Different. So we can get rid of that, and finally the two turbos, which add another 5% each. Gives another 10%. So just the engine, the cylinder heads and the turbos giving us 30% extra there. Fuel rail, you want two of those. And I think the rest we just buy normal. And we can build the engine. Yep. So we'll close that, go back to the normal shop. And we want 8 sets of piston rings. We want 6 idler roller bees. 6. I don't even remember taking 6 off. I guess I must have done. We need a belt tensioner. Keep the trousers up. Idler roller A. 4 cam gears for the 4 camshafts. Can probably paint those as well. Serpentine belt for a V8. That's the inner one, isn't it? I guess. And serpentine belt. Okay. No, that looks like it might be the inner one. Although I'm not sure. I can't remember the shapes. Right, we need a new oil filter. 2 timing belts. Crankshaft pulley. A clutch release bearing or a thrust bearing. And a power steering pumpernickel. So let's go and build that engine. And in case you guys are curious as to what parts are paintable, I will show you. There's some weird parts as well that you can paint and you think, why would you want to paint those? The engine heads, for example. The starter motor, I don't know, I guess the black would change. The oil pan is paintable. Again, I really don't know why. Throttle bodies, I mean, how does that work? Let's try and paint a throttle body. You see, I just don't understand. Okay, it would look cool in black. Maybe even a matte black. That's solid here. Doesn't look right somehow. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, the metallic does make it look cool. But it's going to be hidden at the back of the engine. You wouldn't even see it. I'm going to paint it anyway. It's ridiculous. I mean, really? Yeah, these coil covers. The only thing I would do with these is I would leave the color as it is, but I would change the paint type to chrome. But I don't know if that really works, does it? Guess. I guess we've got to do the other one as well now. So if we chose black, then went to chrome, the other way around, black chrome, but we ended up with white. couldn't find anything. Smelling of fuel on the inside? Hmm. How old's the car getting damaged? Is it, I mean, does it have a carb or something? I don't know. I don't know why it would smell the fuel on the inside unless it's getting it from the engine via the air ducts. Wrong door. Okay, let's build. So, crankshaft, standard, going in. Performance pistons, 8 of, going in. "12 years. Does it have a carburetor? I would imagine it was electronic ignition then. Does it smell of fuel with the aircon or the, you know, the blowing air into the car, whether it's with or without aircon coming through? And are you sure it's fuel? It's not an oil smell. It's definitely fuel. I doubt it would be a fuel filter issue. Yeah, fuel filter issue. But I don't know. It doesn't sound normal. Let's put it that way. So there must be something. It certainly isn't normal to have that. Yeah, I just mentioned it on the stream, Gerard. Yeah, weird design, but weirdly it fits actually really well. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, man, with dealers. Just go take it to a mechanic who's reliable, and, you know, ask people in the area if they, you know, if they can recommend a good mechanic. Because you'll find those people, like the dealers, I don't know, they can be useless at times, really. They're just too eager to move on to the next customer. They don't want to spend too much time on your car if they can't find the issue straight away, or convince you to buy a new part of something. So yeah, I wouldn't hold too much stock in the dealers. Good independent, good, honest mechanics are better, in my opinion. All right, I guess we can put the clutch together, and then we'll twist this engine around, get all those nice, lovely, shiny parts on the car. What you want to do as well, gain damage, is wait for Commander Classified to come on. What? I did buy a fuel filter. I bought one. Yeah, he's a mechanic. He knows about cars. I've got basic knowledge. Ergonomic. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Yes, sir. I'm sure I bought the fuel thing. Oh, I did. I fitted it in the car. All right, let's build up this beautiful looking engine. It's going to be a beautiful looking engine, trust me. Oh, I saw that, Gerard. Yes, thank you so much, man. Yeah, thank you. I sure do appreciate it. I don't know why I just noticed that the chat is not coming through on my OBS. That's bizarre. Doesn't matter, I've got it on my browser anyway. Wait till you see this thing going on. Oh, look at that. And performance fuel rails as well. Sweetness. Yes, this fuel filter is already on the car. And here's the black throttle body. Oh, we painted the wrong one. We painted the standard one. Let's take a look at it anyway. Then we'll take it off. Yeah, that's what it looks like. We painted the standard one. What a plonker. We'll put the performance one on now. What's going on there? What the hell? Okie dokie. That's a bug. We have an invisible throttle body. That's just bizarre. I don't think I ever seen that before. Right, camshafts and sparkers going in next. Get rid of all the other bits because it should default to the performance part. How on earth did we end up with two of these? Okay, happy now? Yeah, appreciate that, Gerard, very much. Worst place you can take your car is to a dealer. Honestly, they just rip you off. So, like for me, if I ever take my car to somebody else because I you know, it's too big a job for me. I've only ever taken my car to a garage for a repair once, and that was because I just couldn't be bothered to do it. It was a fiddly job just for me, and I didn't have the means to jack the car up high enough. Otherwise, I would have done it. I would have attempted it myself, for sure. And that was just refitting the handbrake cables. But and even then, they only fitted one because they said it was too fidgety to get to the other one. Can you believe it? That they could have done it, but it would have taken them longer, and they knew that the car had to be ready for the morning because I was leaving with it. So, but yeah. Otherwise, I try and do the job myself. You know, and you've got Google and YouTube, which really help a lot. And like with the handbrake cables, I bought the parts from BMW and took those parts to another an independent garage. You know, I didn't want them supplying the parts because I wanted genuine BMW parts on that particular thing. Yeah, I didn't leave it to the dealer. And like even like when I bought my car as well, I was the 11th owner of the car. Because what tends to happen with those cars is people either upgrade to M3 or they'll be forced to, or they'll have a kid or something and be forced to sell it and buy you know, an SUV or something like that. And so what? But I became the 11th owner, right? Which is like, wow. But despite that I was the 11th owner, the car had a full service history from BMW. Everybody who owned that car before me gave it its proper services from BMW. I'm the only one that hasn't done that. Because I carry out the service myself because it's easy enough to do. You know? I just buy all the bits I need and I do it myself. Why are we missing parts? What the hell's going on? I must have got rid of stuff. I don't know how much the dealer would charge for a service, but for me, I can just buy the parts and do it myself, and it just saves. It just saves a lot of money, a lot. And you know, in my situation, I kind of need to do that. But oil changes, I do them. BMW recommend to do an oil change every 15,000. I don't. I change it every 4,000 or 5,000 miles. Way sooner than what BMW recommend, but it's a healthy engine. A car will never complain. You could change oil once a week. Your car engine will be very happy. You can't really do it too often, you know, if you can afford it, to change it once a month or something. There's no reason why not. But yeah, every 4,000 to 5,000 miles is plenty. It's healthier for the engine anyway. Slammed the broken fuel pump on their counter and asked if they wanted to take me for a fuel. Is that what it was, fuel pump? How are you getting that inside the engine then? Sorry, inside the car. Was that because of the, like I said, because the air system was on? I don't know what to call it. What's it called when you have the aircon switched off? I don't know. Yeah, that thing. What's going on here? Oh, coils. Okay, but why are we not putting the timing cover on? Must be missing something. Oh, I haven't put the timing chains on, right? Oh, hold on. How a little chrome, supposedly chrome cover can go on. There it is. I've got a few jobs need to be done on my car now. And I'm not looking forward to any of them. Door actuator and one of my parking sensors on the rear. bumper has failed, and so none of them are working now. Oh, nice. So what is stopping me here? Oh no, okay, forget it. I'm looking in a different area. Right. Sorry, I was looking in a different place there. Okay. Oh, did I buy a B instead of an A? I guess I must have done. Right, so these are still to fit, and we should be good to go. Are you complete, by the way? How do you find out? Well, this is how you find out. Take the engine off the stand. And then you attempt to fit it into the car. Say what? Okay, I think I know what's going on here. Oh, you son of a bitch. Yeah, I know it's the fuel filter that's the problem. Oh, I thought we'd lost the engine. Okay, you stay there. It's this. It can't be put in here. It's got to be put onto the engine. Jesus, man, you freaked me there. Freaked me, man. Okay, now we can remove. %, so we're good. There she is. So mechanicals are done, engine is done. Is it reporting 100? Body parts, why frame 37? In what way? Body parts, windows. Okay, so there's no wheels and tires. We need to put the gearbox in, and yeah, don't know about that. All right, let's get the rest of the parts in. So, performance gearbox goes in. And starter. Now we can put the drive axle in, which should allow us then to fit the wheel. Also on the other side, if I can find a way to get there. Now we've got to pick out some rims. It's going to be fun. Oh, Mr. Peevely, the rest of the exhaust. Why? What's going on? We took mufflers and middle mufflers off this car, and now, yeah, obviously wouldn't need them because the engine's at the back. So What's going on here? How did we take parts off the car that it doesn't want now? I mean, it doesn't make sense to have a body length exhaust because the engine's on the back. So this all makes sense here. Unless, of course, rear, front exhaust section. Okay, talk to me. Front exhaust pipe. Middle and rear. These came off the car then. Alright. It's not complaining that it needs anything. Not what I wanted. Nope. It's just complaining about tires and wheels. Fine. All in the warehouse now. So, we just need to put wheels on and so what's missing? Battery I know about, rims I know about, tires, hood, clamshell, doors, fenders, bumpers, da-da-da. Yep. Okay, that's all fine. Yeah, it's good. So what I don't understand, frame. We did weld the body, right? I mean, it looks like it has been welded. What's the difference between the frame and the body parts, though? Let's get the body parts on the car, and then we'll sort that out. So, first thing we need to do is go into the body tuning, and we're going to buy all of these. The optional body look, the non-standard body look. Expensive, guys, expensive. So let's fit all that we can. So we got the hood. I think we got headlights. Did we get the front bumper? We did. And you can also, by the way, paint the car without the bumpers on and then put them on afterwards so that they're not painted. And we need the rear clamshell before we can do the before we can do anything else. So we have got bonnet, as I call it. So bonnet and two bumpers and headlights. Bonnet, two bumpers, headlights, and don't buy tail lights. Bonnet, two bumpers, headlights, don't buy tail lights. Okay. Did we fix that fender? It's not in our inventory, so I'm going to say no. Holy crap, I'm getting lost here. Right, okay, I know where I am now. Trunk window? We even gonna need that? Let's see. Right, assemble mode. I want to get this rear window in first. Is this the trunk window at the top? No idea. Oh, that one. Okay. The one that lets you see the engine. That door, we fixed it. It's all painted in primer. I guess. Right, so before we put the wheels on, it would make sense to paint the car so we get more of an idea of that we're getting it right. Okay, so I believe the bodywork is complete now. Oh, go away. Can you open, please? Thank you. I think the battery slots in there. Okay, so apart from fluids and wheels and paint, this car is ready. The bottom of the car was sprayed with fuel all over. Yeah, that could be just a leaky fuel pipe. You know, dodgy fuel pipe, maybe rusted, or fuel, if the fuel filter's under the car like mine is, and also the fuel pump. Yeah. Anything that goes in that fuel system goes from the tank and you follow it through all the way to the front of the car, and yeah, anything in that fuel system really could cause that. All right, off to the paint shop then. It's gonna look weird in that green, guys. It's gonna look weird, but don't shoot me for it. And all we have to do is click that. Oh yes, doesn't look bad, guys. There's only supercars can pull off these now that does look nice, but it's the Need for Speed look isn't what I'm going for. Oh, what's going on here? Is that dirt? That's not right. Something not right here. I don't know whether it needs a car wash, but I'm sure we gave it one. Or it needs welding. I don't think that's supposed to be there. Pearl. Pearl's a singer. Matte. Matte looks kind of nice. Doesn't it? There's also a... No, not chrome. That doesn't look good at all. Matte chameleon. How about that, guys? Should we go for this one? We could also paint the wheels in the same color. With a... Actually, I wish we could do the wheels in the green with like a red pinstripe around the edge. Or even... This would actually suit the thing that I'm not really fond of, which is black wheels. It would actually suit it. This is based on the... Just looking at this back, that spoiler and those letters, this is based on the Koenigsegg Agera R, for sure. And that car can beat this Bugatti. Right, let's move it back to the car lift. This thing's going to be a beast. Absolute beast. Okay, so I believe everything's on the car, except for the... Right, so the body and the parts are not 100% because we haven't got the wheels on, and the license plates. That's what that is. This ain't right. That's right. We didn't weld it. I wonder what it's worth now, guys. I'm not going to find out. Okay, so I should have gone back to that page. Right, so let me take a look at the sizes. So we want, for the front, we want 245, 30, 19s, and 3. I'm going to stick with the stock sizes. 20-inch on the rear. I'm going to stick with those because to go any lower profile would just not be a nice ride. Okay, so rims. And we need license plates. I know what I'm going to do with this one. To go up. Custom plate then. There we go. My good matey Gerard. Look at this engine. Look how all the paint of the body now fits in with the engine. What a beast of a motor we've created. If it goes as fast as it looks, this is going to be a very easy victory. Does it not have a front plate? I guess not. Okay. That's illegal in the UK then. You have to have a front plate. Alright, I don't know if Gerard is here, but this car's in your honour, sir. Right, rims. Let's get them. Back. Let's go back. First, let's shop for the tyres. We know that we want slicks. There is no other choice here. So I'm not particularly into the lettering on the side. I'm quite happy to just have standards. So I want to have 2 of those at 19-inch with a 245mm width and a 30% profile. Yes, good. Isn't it weird how the sizes are in inches, the width is in millimeters, and the profile's in percent? Well, the profile kind of has to be in percent, but the way that they've mixed imperial and metric here in tire sizes, that's how it is. We are a weird species. Right, so we also need 2 tires in 20-inch with a 1 foot and 25mm. Yeah, that's 13 inches, isn't it? 325. I think that's pretty much exactly 13 inches across with a profile of 25. Yikes. Now guys, what would be befitting of this? We've got these two which are the same, 11A and 12A. Depends which way you want it to spin. I prefer it when the car's going forward, for the claws to, to go that way and crunch into the road. People like to have it this way, but I prefer this one. So rim 12A is definitely an option. The rest on this page, I wouldn't even give them a second look. Maybe 17A. I think that might suit the car as well. I would never put this on 95% of the cars I make, but this one, for this particular car, 17A, might just do it. These are not suitable for hypercars. Need brake cooling. We need spaces. Let's have a look. I don't think this is probably paintable. Oh, this one would be, which is the same one, but I don't, well, not quite the same, nearly. Don't think it would suit the car though. You could get away with this one as well, 7A. I think you need something kind of, exotic looking. See, this is off the F-Type, so that would be no good. I saw an F-Type the other day in a car park. They do look good. Nothing here is catching my eye. This could work, and this one at a stretch, but it doesn't zing it for me, So it's either going to be rim 12A or this one, and I'm edging towards this guy. Yeah, I think there is a wheel here that you can paint. Well, it already has a red strip around it. Isn't there one? I'm sure that we had one here that had it. Or it was paintable. One of the two. Yeah, it must be paintable. Okay, I'm going to risk this one. So all we need is two of them and a 19-inch. And two of them in a 20-inch. I'm going to see if we can chrome them. I don't really want to change them green. What about having them black? Or a very dark grey? I don't know. Who shut the door? I didn't. So, if we were to use what we just used on the car, it would be this, but I don't think it would work. So let's go for white and choose chrome. Yeah. Yep. That does it for me. Yeah, chrome. You can go down the colors, so you've got maybe like a shadow chrome kind of look. I don't know. Proper chrome or a darkened chrome? Let's go with that one. Let's take a chance. I'm going with my gut on this one. I believe it should remember 1, 2, 4, 5. mean, this, let's face it, this is just cosmetics. It's not going to affect performance. One more. Oops. That's cost me 100 credits. Okay, wheels are done. So, wheels fitted, fluids in the car, and we're ready to go. Just coming in there, seeing the color of that car, I should have gone for the gloss, I think. But no, it looks good. It looks all right. Okay, we can't get these mixed up because 19s won't go on 20s and 20s won't go on 19s. What's happening here? What's happening here? Okay, I'm missing a tire. No, I'm not. How are you working this? Show me. Show me again. Oh, I got you. You're not showing the 19 inches. Gotcha. Look at these rims, guys. This might just work. The thing is, they're weird because the wheels on the right side of the car are going to look different to the left. Just because they're not uniform looking, the pattern isn't uniform or symmetrical or whatever. It's not gonna, it's gonna look different on the front and back. But hey, if we don't tell anybody, they'll never notice. Inch for the diameter and centimeters for the width. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's like with fuel as well, you know. In the UK now, we buy fuel by the litre, but the cars are measured in miles per gallon. It's, yeah, I don't know. If you buy like water or Coke or, you know, or Pepsi, it's in litre bottles, whereas milk is pint and half a pint. Actually, you can get it in liters as well, I think. I'll have to check. I know I bought some milk today, and I think it shows it in both formats, in liters and pint. But when the milkman used to put the milk on the doorstep, it was a pint of milk. It was never liters or anything like that. All right, let's make sure we get the right wheels. I wonder if it'll know between the rear and the right and the left of the car. So this is not the correct one. This is a 19 inch, so this is no good. This has to be a 20. So if we see on this, we have the shape. So it's like flat on this side, and at the top it's pointy, going around that way. Yeah, I know what I mean. Now, is it going to reverse it for this side? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'll be amazed if it does. Do you know what I can't get my head around? Is when they measure a car's boot space in liters. It's like, what have I got? How do you find out? I just pour milk into it. Yeah, now you see these shapes are going this way around. They're going away. So yeah, this pattern isn't the same as It's the same as the all wheel patterns are the same, but not to put too fine a point on it, this is pointing in a different direction than the other side. That's what I mean to say. Oops. We could fit the 20s to the front, but it would have been weird. But yeah, you can do it as long as it fits in the wheel arch. Oh. What do you think, guys? Does it work? I'm hoping that this chrome looking, I know we made it darker, but I'm hoping it'll brighten up when we're outside. Okay, so we now need fluids on the car. So let's just go here. And then we're done. How long has it taken? Wow. 2.5 hours, guys, to do this. It does normally take a couple of hours, but I think this one's just been a little bit longer because we've used performance parts and, you know, done everything from scratch. I don't think we've got quite enough in there. I know it looks like it's lit up, but that top area, there we go. That'll do. And also cooling. Yeah, 1.6 kilometers. A gallon is 4.5 liters, give or take. And 2.54 centimeters make an inch. Engine oil going in now, and we're done. Where's the dipstick, you dipstick? Even a hypercar should have one. They're making engines without dipsticks now. Madness. Got to rely on a frigging computer to tell us when the oil's getting low. If that breaks, or it's faulty, you're screwed. A dipstick can't break in that way. It's always going to tell you. Honestly. Overloaded it now, I think. Damn it. It's okay. Alright, this car's ready to run. What am I... Yeah, go to car status. 100%. How much profit have we made, if any? Oh, okay. 366,000. Car's worth. We bought the car for 93, which was overpriced at the time. And now we can sell it for 460. So, not too bad. It has to go on the dyno yet, though, to be tested so that it can be given a drag rating. Let's have a look at the fuel pressure. Nice, it's okay, it's good. These are the tests you would do anyway, right? WarBRD scanner should show no issues. This is the this is the condition mine's in, because I need to that protective film that you get put on top of the controls and the screen. I still haven't taken mine off yet. Right, well this is BS because this car doesn't have ignition wires and the spark plugs are perfect. So I don't know where you're getting your information from, but that's nuts. Every spark plug that went in there, now you're making me question the spark plugs, but I know they're fine. Where are you, spark plugs? Talk to me. Yeah, that diagnostics tool, that went wrong. Electronics. Ooh, something shorted out. Everything's looking good up there. All the relays. Radiator fan housing. Yep, okay, fine. I'm happy with it. Tire tread, don't need to test it, they're brand new. And compression. Give me it right in the green there with some healthy greens. That's it. Even with those nice tight performance parts. Okay, it's good, it's good, it's good. Fine. Let's get it outside and start it up. Right. Will it be quick enough to beat the Zonda R fully tuned? Of course it will. I made it. There's no way the hypercar would rev up and down that slowly. It would be far quicker. It would be, it wouldn't be this slow. No way. Anyway, it doesn't matter as long as it performs. Let's move it to the dyno then, and we also need to get it to the test path first because we need wheel alignment and headlight alignment. So let's get that done. Otherwise the car's going to be literally all over the place. You can drive it without the wheels aligned, but don't expect to go too much in a straight line or around a corner very well. Okay, so the wheels are now aligned and headlights also need alignment. Otherwise we can't pass the MOT. Can't pass the vehicle inspection test. I like to be there. Oops, didn't do the other one. Project Bullet is pretty much complete. Look at this thing. She's a beast. Right, let's see how much of a beast we have created here, because I want to get to 1,500 horses possibly. Now, right now it's geared to do 231 miles an hour. Now we can place, instead of playing with the individual ratios, we can play with just the final ratio to go between acceleration versus top speed. So I want to put 6 gears into this. So we're going to make this go to around 260 miles an hour. And I may need to play with this now. I don't think on the drag strip it's going to reach 6th gear. So if we were to bring the ratios down, I'm going to suggest that we leave it exactly where it is for now. And if we need to play with it, if we get beaten, we need to play with it, we can. Right, that's the factory power. Yes, it is bassy. Yeah, there's some imperial measurements I can't get my head around, like yards and acres. Come on, 1.5. Oh, 1,867 horsepower. Look at the drag rating. It's off the scale. Uh-oh, I wasn't planning on that. Now, that means we'll easily whip the Zonder's ass, but with the Zonder rating at 999, then what? There's only one other thing though. I don't get the pounds foot. I can't calculate that in my head. Oh, it's gone back to factory power. Do it again. I can't believe we started with 1,000 Newton meters. That's nuts. This has got incredible power. It's nearly, I mean, it's not 2,000 horsepower, but it's not far off. $2,000 Newton meters of torque. That's stupid. That is stupid. I want torque for this drag run. Horsepower is nice, but that torque, that twisting power of the wheels, the power to twist those wheels round, that's what you want. Oh, man, at least that's what I want anyway. This thing's gonna just light up. Right, so into the map, and after 2 hours and 50 minutes, we finally, I can't believe that says 999. I wasn't expecting to go for it to do that. Right, we're gonna go up against the Zonda Revolution, which is a car that we got murdered with in the last time. We're gonna do the mile. We're gonna leave it standing, guys. It is the fastest car here. See, this is ours stock with A762. Now the Zonda's not that much more. Where's the Revolution? Where are you? There. So you got the Zonda Revolution and it's 804. So it's not that much higher rated, really. So a few stock parts, sorry, a few performance parts, nothing major, would have beaten this car anyway. But I went the whole hog because I know that I can change this car to 999 as well. I don't think there's anything else here that can even touch that Zonda. That's a gorgeous car, isn't it? And that color, wow. I would have that. I would also have the old Porsche 911 as well. Oh yeah. Nope. Nope. Nothing here can touch it. Right. So Now, it's at 804. We can, if we add 25%, it's already at 999. So my question is, if we leave it there at 25, if we put it up to 100, it still says 999. Sorry, 30%. I thought I went to 100. Will that make it even quicker than the 25? Yeah, look. It is 100. Look, it does 100. Yeah, that's 130. So it's 130%. Will that be quicker than the 25, even though the rating is the same? Well, we're going to do 3 runs. We're going to race the car stock. And let's face it, if I can get the traction down without wheel spinning, we're going to murder this car. Now then, I have to remember how to do this. So it's handbrake, throttle, and it's also manual gears. You ready, boy? Here we go, guys. The reason for the entire video. Yes, it obliterated me the last time, but I wasn't. I was in a decently quick car. It was a vintage car, wasn't it? But it was spec'd up. Okay, here we go. No, but we had a performance car as well, didn't we? Anyway, let's go. I hope we can put the power down, guys, without losing. Like, I'm not sat here on the track wheel spinning. Okay, ready? Oh my god, the gears. Ah, where's 6th gear? I've run out of power. Yeah, we need that 6th gear. My reaction time was terrible. I was 4 seconds quicker. Pity we can't have a replay of this. I was only 4 seconds quicker. I say only because we've got to up the performance of the Zonda yet. Okay, so I couldn't change, like, first, second and third, I couldn't change gears quick enough. And we ran out. We need a 6th gear. We need a 6th gear. So yeah, the 0 to 50 time was the same. From 0 to 200 kilometers. Yeah, we obliterated the Zonda at that. So let's put it to 25. I am going to be changing the gearbox because we need another one, and I need to spread out those initial gearings. They're too close. So this is him on 999, but just I'm gonna have to change up those gears so fast. Oh dear. Where's the red line? Oh, the red line's at the end of the red? Yeah, okay, 8, okay. I changed into 4th really early. Okay, so he did... So he did this in 3.5 now, so he's getting quicker. So 3.5, let's see if by upping him the whole way, it makes a difference. Let's see if he's quicker than 3.5 now. I'll get my gears better this time. Yeah, manual transmission is the way to go though. Mind you, things are changing. Automatic gearboxes now are changing gears so fast. They can do it quicker than humans now. Oh, what happened there? I was so busy concentrating on my gear ratios, I wasn't saying that we were drifting. I mean, we didn't do that before. Oh my god, we're gonna get beaten. So that 30% does make a difference. We got beaten, guys, by 0.7 of a second. Okay, good. Good, we got beaten. Good, because I know how to fix this. First, if we had a 6th gear to change into, we'd have been all right. And so we're going to add that 6th gear. There's no way I'm letting him win. I can't believe he won. We could even do 7 gears. Okay, so there's first. So first will get me the first 50 miles an hour, which is ridiculous because it gets to 50 in like a second. Right, I'm going to bring this up to around... Oh, you see, now it's in kilometers. I prefer to work in miles here. There should be a thing where you could just switch at will. So, 200... Alexa, what is 260 miles an hour in kilometers?
160 miles is about 400.
418. Let's go 420. Okay. You see, it's weird how there's barely any gap between first and second, but yet there, on the ratios it looks like there is, but yeah. So if we can, I've reduced the amount of acceleration, but I've increased the top speed. Let's see if that's enough or if I've done it too much. Okay, so that's the gearbox with an extra gear and tuned. I don't think, do we need to dyno this again? I don't think so. No, but it's not going to make any difference to the horsepower or torque of the car. That's not going to change. So we should be able to just go straight there. Yes, it doesn't require another dyno. Right, can we beat the Zonda at full tuning? So that slider does make a difference. Even though it already says 999, turning it up further does make a difference. Very much so. So there we go, a maxed out. Also, increasing the ratios the way we've done it will mean a bit less wheel spin. My tuning's at 102. His is at 130.9, 131. Yeah, this car's tuned now to go 520 kilometers per hour. Let's see if I've done the ratios enough, because we ran out of speed by the time before we even got to the line. That's just no good at all. Did I change too quickly? See, look, we're not even in 6th gear yet. Not even in 6th gear yet, so I've gone too far. And we beat him by half a second. We beat him across the line by half a second. we officially have the fastest car. However, I'm not happy yet because the gearing is just silly. Come on. Back on the laptop. And we're going to dial that back. 418, I said 420, didn't I? So let's bring it back to around 470. And this one, I'm just going to increase it a little bit. I don't want to go too far with it. Let's take it to 100. See what happens. It can only fail. Should we change it to miles an hour for this run, or I don't know whether you guys prefer miles or kilometers here. The end result, I wish it would show it in both miles and kilometers. Just put one of them in brackets. Like if I've chosen metric, put kilometers first and then put miles an hour in brackets. And if I choose imperial, then vice versa. That's what I say. So yes, but hold on. Alexa, what is 300 miles an hour in kilometers?
300 miles per hour is about 400 per hour.
480 kilometers per hour is 300 miles an hour. That's what the Bugatti Chiron Supersport can do. That will hit, if you use both ignition keys, that'll hit 300 miles an hour. 480 it'll do. And it'll feel comfortable too. Because that car is just insane. Okay. Where are you, Pagani? You may be tuned to 28% more than me, but I'm carrying so much torque. It's crazy. This car's got so much torque it could open its own chat show. Ready. Gladiators, ready. Go. Oh, that drop. I don't know why we're getting that drop. That's to do with the gear ratios. There's 6th gear. And it didn't even get to the end of its range. But we were slower. We were slower by about 1/10 of a second. But that gear drop, I don't understand it. I know we're getting a lot of wheel spin. I wonder if do I have to start? I didn't start revved up this time. Early shift into 6th. Crossing the line at 422. We only won by 1/10. 1/10? Is that what it's telling me? 20.4 versus 20.5? Oh man, we were quicker before. Mind you, I did change my approach, didn't I? Mind you, we're up against a car that has been... It's the fastest to begin with, and then we've tuned the crap out of it. And we're still winning. got a 19.9. We got it down to. I'm just changing the amount of revs off the start. Look at my reaction time. Yes, we've done it. I don't know what more, apart from just changing gear ratios, which could improve our results. There's not much more I can do. We did 100 to 200, so 60 to what, 120, 125 miles an hour in 2.3. He did it in 2.8, so we're half a second quicker there. Yeah, I really wish we could see replays, because if I put myself up against a really slow car, I'd love to see a replay just to see how much difference it is. I'll tell you what, let's do another one, but we'll do it from the outside. I'll see if I can do it from the outside. Yeah, the Veyron was good. The only problem with the Veyron is, at the time, it was brilliant in a straight line, but going around in a lap on a track, not so good. But the Koenigsegg Agera R can beat the Veyron. It's got so much power. It does beat the Veyron. Okay. I was way off. We got beaten! I did fluff the start though. That son of a bitch! That son of a bitch! He got us. Yeah, that was well, I know James May tested it on the track and got it to 400. Change exactly at 8,000. There you go. Changing after 8,000 means we lose. We won by half a second there. Yeah. Because when we got past 8,000, it was the rate that the speed was climbing was slowing down, so before it does that, it's time to switch to the next gear. You know, you've got your peak torque, and I don't know where it is because it doesn't tell you here where your peak torque is, so I don't know where to shift, but we've done it. We officially have the fastest car on the drag strip. Question now is, what do we do with this car? Do I garage it? It's worth $500,000. But I've got plenty of money though. We try it on the short 1/8 mile. Same car, same everything. This is all down to reaction time off the line. We're going to get to that finish line in no time. That's gotta be close. Yeah, I beat him by 0.2 of a second. My reaction time was half a tenth of a second slower, but we still beat him to the line. You don't like supercars? Have you been in one? I haven't. I've sat in them, but I haven't been in one, like for a drive or a ride. Now, I think if we did the competition here up against all the best cars, there'd be no point because we'd just win anyway. It would be absolutely pointless. We go up against the A class. I mean, we're going to win this. Unless something goes wrong, I'm allowed to bet on all the other cars as well, but I'm not going to do any bets. Right, now comes our race. This is going to be a piece of cake. I can't focus on the opponent in this view. Okay. Ah, now I changed earlier. Maybe I should change at around... We were only 2 seconds quicker. Maybe I should change it around... But look at his car modding, 999. But we were 2 seconds quicker. Less, 1.5 seconds quicker. But I wonder if I should change... yeah, just at the red line. Rather than going beyond it. So yeah, we won obviously, but this might get a bit close. If they're all at 999, no, I don't want to place any bets. You just go. DeLorean. See, that sequence should be a lot longer. Okay, no revving up this time. Excuse me? What? How is that car quicker than the Pagani? I know it's got a mod of 999, but does that mean it's got more than 130% tuning? Because it did a 19.2. I can't get close to that. What? We're out the tournament. He crossed the line at 497 kilometers per hour. I can make my car go that quick, but okay. I guess back to the drawing board. We just got beaten. So, is this what we're up against? Cars that are capable of crossing the mile at 500? Ah, they're not meant for everyday use though, are they? Okay. You want to up the stakes? Let's go to 530. In fact, let me just drop that back. So what's the gap here? 90, 60, 60 here. But we don't need 560, so we'll bring the ratios back now to around 530. 7 gears. I think the max you can have here is probably about 9, is it? Yeah, 9 gears you can have. Okay, so 7 gears then. Thing is, we're not going to get put up against that same car. Alright. Last ditch effort, guys. And then I'm going to have to call it a day. Performance-wise, I can make no further modifications to this car. There's nothing else to fit on this car. We've done everything. Can we become king of the sands with this car? I can't believe we failed last time. It's obviously putting us up against cars that are, you know, as performance tuned as we are. We just got our ass whipped by a friggin' DeLorean. I don't know whether to keep the revs up or not. I would say not, just a little bit of revs will do. We're not getting the speed. You see the way that it's geared for 500 and something, and we're only getting 440. Maybe we either need to change all the ratios or bring the final ratio down. 440 it got to. 7th. It would have got up to the 500, but we would have needed a much longer run. So we need to get to that speed sooner, which means we need the ratios changing. This isn't going to be enough. Let's carry on anyway, see what happens. There are DeLoreans in this race. I'm going to go full revs on this one, see if it makes a difference. Doing a 19.6 though, and again we crossed the line at 440. Not quick enough. I don't think it's going to be quick enough. If we have to go up against, yeah, we do. Now we've got to go up against the DeLorean, the one that creamed us the last time. And my car, when it takes off, it can't stay in a straight line. I have to keep adjusting the steering. Whoops, I did not change gear. Oh, crumbs. What on earth is he driving? How are we going to hit 500 with a 19.2? Guys, I don't know how to do this. And even it didn't win, the Ferrari 250 Berlinetta won. We've got homework to do. How do we do this, guys? How do I change these ratios so that we attain that speed sooner? We need acceleration, but we also need top speed. So if I do something stupid like this, would this work? I'm actually saying that I don't know. Let's try. This is either going to make it a lot worse. It might not get us off the line as fast, but it might keep us going on the straight faster later on, which is what we need. So I'm going to do a test run. Can we do a solo run? I don't think so, right? Yep. Unless we're going to get an opponent. Yeah, we can. Okay, we need a 19.2 here, at least. Oh, I think, did we do a mile last time? Yeah, we did. It's no different. 19.4. That was faster. And I fluffed the start as well. We weren't quicker in speed, but we did a 19.4. That's an improvement. Yeah, 600, yeah. Doesn't mean it'll do it. We haven't got enough road to do it. Can't get those beginning gears right. We're gonna have to really do a fix here. We're not even hitting 7th gear. That's not good. Yeah, those initial gears where it's bogging down because there's just so much power and wheel spin. It's what the problem is. So now we will get into 7th gear, I think. But how much speed can we pull off? I don't know how many more runs to do, guys. Just maybe. We need to be able to do a 19.2 or even a 19.0. But with the way that the gears are at the beginning, now I want an automatic gearbox. We can't. It has to be manual. the revs are getting there so much quicker. We need to be crossing the line a lot faster than 440. Oh, it's the same. It's 440 no matter what we do with the gearbox. And the 1 mile is 19.5. I think we need to shorten the ratios. I'm going to have one more go at this, and then I'm going to call it a day until I can figure out a way to do this. Maybe 6 gears will be enough. You don't necessarily need 7. The Koenigsegg Agera R, I think. Is it that one? Or the Regera? Only got 1 gear. So let's... Did I say close them up? Yeah, I did. I know what I'm doing. No, I don't. I'm going to close the gear ratios up a little. Then we're going to increase the ratio to get us back up to, say, 510. Idea whether it's going to work. Last go then, I think. See, sometimes you can get enough acceleration where you can pull away, then there's not enough time for the other guy to catch up. But then, unlike the DeLorean, he couldn't get away as quick as we could, but he had enough power to get more maximum speed than we did. And this is the problem. Like we get away first, and then he just streaks past us. I don't know what the hell he's using for his gears, but it's crazy. 40. Why is it the same all the time? What is the point of the custom gearbox then? Do another run. I want to hear when these engines, see what speeds this engine's changing gear at. It's changing on the red line. Fourth gear was changing at the wrong place. Was a bad one. Yeah, fourth gear. It's changing on the red line, so there's no window inside there for the power. You know? If it's already changing gear on the red line, how the hell is that useful to us? What were we hitting? 440? 420 minus 80 is 340. Minus 100 is 240. So 100 is 140. It's not going to work, is it? Let's go. Stick to 80. Go to 260 there. And then go to this one, which should be 160, 180. Which would fall right in line with this. So we're gaining 80 kilometers or 50 miles an hour with every gear, up to 500. With a final ratio of 3.2. We did beat the Zonda. I don't know what that DeLorean has. It's got, you know what it's got? I'll tell you what it's got, Frank. It's when it hits 88 miles an hour, isn't it? And it starts to go back to the future. That's what it is. I like that you can do a run on your own, practice runs. Yes, now it's changed gear down in 6,000. That's giving us more power band. Oh, is this gear gonna run out? Again. 440 we crossed the line at. 439. These custom gearboxes are making no difference whatsoever. At least not over the mile. Okay, now same thing but with full revs off the start. I had a bad gear change there, but I'm just experimenting with when to change. That was slower. I'm experimenting with when to change into those second gears because the revs just drop. No better, is it? In fact, it's worse. We're not even hitting 19.5 now. 19.7s we're doing. Because we hit the wall, 19.9. Our car's not quick enough, guys. I can't believe it. We'll never be that DeLorean. And it's weird because you can have a lesser car and win this tournament. I've won a tournament before, but if you go and tune a car up to the max, the competition against you is unbeatable. 20.2, it's getting worse. Yeah, second gear, too long. Yep. But it, you know, it doesn't seem to matter what gear ratios we're changing and what final ratios we're using. our speed across the start finish is, across the finish line I should say, is about the same. Do we bring it down? I guess maybe. Let's bring it down to just over the speed that it was managing to attain and see what it does. We were hitting 440. I've allowed 6th gear to go to 450. Let's see if we can get there. This is annoying. No, it's not bad to do a burnout because it warms the tires up, but I'm not sure whether that's getting taken into account. The thing is, I'm getting so much wheel spin off the start that my 2nd gear is almost useless. I have to change into 2nd the moment the car starts to move. Going to run out, and now it's 420. Now we're only crossing the line at 420, and that's because the gears are nearly running out. So I'm just going to do something nuts. I'm just going to do something crazy now. Because everything sensible is not working. So we should be hitting 480 kilometers per hour in 4th gear. Going on to 700. Yeah, that's going to work. I'm at a loss though now. Yeah, it gains you a bit of traction because your tires are warmed up. You put some rubber onto the road. Rubber grips better than the asphalt, so you know. Oh, it can do. Yeah, it can help. Rubber can be better than like a green cold tarmac. And yeah, you got your warm tires, and you got rubber. When you're spinning up the line, you got rubber hitting rubber. It's a lot better. Right, here we go then. Let's see what this does. Oh hell! Oh, too much. Oh wow, we just got way too much wheel spin. The initial 1st gear though, it climbed up and allowed me to change into 2nd. But that 2nd gear, guys, that was crazy. We just got massive wheel spin in 2nd gear and it just blew us off. So I think I've moved that slider up a little bit too far, but I'm going to try and control it. Can't believe it. Same speed across the line. What is this? Is not correct. It can't be. Okay, Rog, catch you next time, matey. Oh, you fudge. Same again, 19.9. We got it down to a 19.5, but I can't improve it. Man, that second gear that we did, that was brutal. What the hell was that? Too much. Maybe if I just change gear at a different time. I could alter the ratio of second gear. That wouldn't be a problem. No, okay. Oh, come on. I'm done with this, guys. The game's not playing fair. It's not letting me... I don't know, do I change it this way? Or down here? Put it down there. I would go the other way personally, but then I'd probably be wrong. Right. 100% for sure, the last run. I've not got to watch Godfather 2 yet. That's going to be another 3 hours. The formula for gear ratios. There is a method to it, yes. Whether it applies here, I don't know. I can't believe how changing the gear ratios by so much is affecting the end times. The end, you know, the time and speed going across the finish line. It's affecting it so little. Okay. Third gear was... They all need adjusting now. Third gear is messed up. We did a 19.5 though, but that's only because my reaction time was that of a cyborg. But that DeLorean was doing 19.2, and I can't cross into his lane to smack into him, so... I mean, I'm not Max Verstappen. Wouldn't go hitting my rivals out deliberately just so they can't win. Well, there is work to be done, my dear. Wider tyres. That's more... Actually, thinner tyres might help. Less traction, but less friction. We might need some wider tyres on the back, I don't know. Anyway, that's it, guys. We did beat the Zonda, but this car's just not quick enough to win a full-on, full-modded tournament with all the fully modded cars. And I have no idea what they're doing to that DeLorean, because it's crazy. I think it's probably that they've just overpowered it, and as a result, it's unbeatable. Maybe they need to tweak it a little, because I don't know if it's beatable. Not with this car anyway. Maybe if we tuned our own DeLorean, or if we did a Pagani Zonda. Anyway, I will leave it with you guys, and I will catch you on the next live stream. And I thank you all for being here and yeah, go do some mining, gain damage. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you on the next one. Until then, take care. Bye for now.